Hello everybody, and why does it say Beau de Vries? I don't know, I changed that, but welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone, I hope you're doing well. I hope people that joined us for the 24-hour live stream have recovered. I don't know if I have, I'm very tired, but I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us today. We will be playing some Planet Zoo. We'll be doing a workshop Wonderland, so we'll be taking a look at some very, very nice blueprints. The theme that we have chosen this week is Safari, thanks to a suggestion I think someone gave to Beau. But today I am joined by Johan. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, all good. I hope everyone in the chat is doing well. I want to shout some people out. Lorenzo said today there is a workshop Wonderland. Yes, there is. Lolly, welcome. Megan Eco, nice to see you. Lily, Dar'an, Elizabeth, Bongo Baggins, Heather G, Joel, Dino Games, Rachel, Beau, hello Beau, just saw you. Agent Dave, Zekin, very nice to see you. Fishmaster, that's an interesting name. Pantol, very interesting. Megan, there's loads of people. Noah, Alexis, nice to see you, Alexis. You're always here. I appreciate the support. Lord Puriel, welcome again. Okie dokie. Yes, I hope you're all doing well. I'm still very tired from the 24-hour live stream, and I don't know if everyone that joined us has recovered, but it was a very tiresome stream. I hope you joined us for the Planko quiz, where we did some Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo translations. They were very enjoyable. Lorenzo says, I was the one who suggested the Workshop Wonderland Safari paste. Very good idea. It's a lot of the same sort of theming. People built with the same sort of set. So the blueprints do look sort of similar. If we get towards the end of the stream, and we still have some time, I'd really like to show off a zoo that someone's made. I'd really like us to take a look at that. But did you want to tell people what you do here? You were just telling me. I was very interested. I think the chat will be interested too.
So I'm a programmer within Frontier, and for Planet Zoo I've been working on the staff pass system and the animal visibility.
I think that's super interesting. I don't really know anything about programming, so it's very interesting to hear what people actually do behind the scenes, because like staff path system sounds very interesting. It's something that we introduced with Planet Zoo, the staff paths. So it must have been like a whole journey. Like you had the staff paths they were already paths in the game, but then you had to make the staff use them. Elizabeth says, love the staff paths. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
They're super interesting. Beau says, staff paths. Johan, you're a genius.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, no, it was very interesting because as part of optimization we had to put in for guests to be able to see the animals. So it was actually built on top of it. I had to make changes to the entire pathing of guests. And this allowed us actually to do staff path for a change. And we just made design for it.
That's interesting. That's cool. I didn't know you had to change the guest system, but I guess that makes sense because obviously they have to be able to see the animals.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah? Interesting. Poison Blade, hello. Should we start making a move?
Yeah.
Let's go to the first blueprint.
So I don't want to spoil too much.
Let's go. Let's zoom into the first one.
It's so slow.
Oh, you have to press because we're on a certain camera. There's two. We press shift to move quite quickly. So this is the African Savannah Safari Habitat by Nicole Jackson 4481. But yes, isn't it very nice? I really like the water. I think Nicole Jackson has done this very well. I like the sort of navigation. You can sort of see where the animals need to go and stuff like that. Okie dokie says, nice Pikachu shirt.
Ah, thank you.
But what do you think about this one? I think it's cool.
Yeah, it feels very submerged, for more swamp than safari, but I guess you have a swamp area in the savannah as well, or safari rides.
I like the buildings too. I think they're cool.
These shapes.
I don't really know what they are though. What are they meant to be? They look like
modern art. Nobody understands that.
They look like towers for like radio towers.
Yeah.
That's a sort of structure that I'm getting. Beau says, Johan, can you teach Chanté how to say gezellig? It's here.
Gezellig. Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that. See, haha, boat. You sure she can handle those G's? No, I can't. I can't handle them. Say it again.
Gezellig.
Give that a miss. Bo, why do you always do this to me? Lily Dart answers, I love the water barrier. I think this one is cool. I really like the like flowing water on the left of the blueprint as well.
Yeah. You can actually see the barrier really stands out the moment you're
Yeah.
on top with the field of view, but then down here it really blends in.
It's really natural. Yeah, it's really nice. Poison Blade says, when you don't understand what something is, just say it's art.
Yes.
Donna Game says it's very easy. Is this about the G's? Just leave me alone. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what they are. They sound very strange. This really does look like an African savanna. I agree. Yeah. It looks like African plains. I imagine that this is a sort of like with the rocks that they've used. The water is, as you said, like it's got a very a swamp feel, and I guess that's because it's quite shallow.
Yeah.
So I do like the way it looks.
Yeah.
The terrain is too low, says Ollie Paul. I think this was the way that it was meant to be placed.
Ja, ik ben Nederlands. I'm sorry, I had to sneak this one up for Fishmaster.
I don't know anything about this, but I'm guessing it's the same as Planet Coaster, but with animals. So Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo are set in the same universe, and they use a lot of they have a lot of similarities, such as pathing systems, the way that the guests work, the fact that there's attractions. Obviously, Planet Coaster it is coasters, and with Planet Zoo is animals. So basically, yeah, it's a lot of animals to choose from. So it's a lot of fun. Hello, Dave Jones. Welcome.
We have found a light.
Apparently, this has been placed wrong, so that could be the case. It could just be in the wrong place. I'm part Dutch. I can speak nothing though, says Rachel. Rachel, I can speak nothing too, so we're on the same level. It's very hard doing these streams with so many Dutchies in the chat, because they always try to make me pronounce things, and I never know what they mean.
You should hang with the Dutch people more.
I only know pannekoeken. Is that how it's pronounced?
Pannenkoeken.
Oh, see, I didn't even say it correctly.
We had Pancake Day yesterday.
See, I'm on theme. I'm on brand. Pancakes. Yeah. Just reading the chat.
Yeah. But what would you put in this?
I don't know. Anything that you want, really. It could be anything.
I mean, the barriers kind of feels unsafe.
No, Joel, I don't know how to pronounce it. Just because you typed it out doesn't mean I know how to pronounce it. I still don't know how to pronounce it. With the Dutch G.
He knows.
Joel does know. Joel's always trying to make me pronounce things. I don't know how to pronounce them. All right, should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
This one is by Zoofluencer, and it's the Amazon Riverboat Ride Station. So it's quite nice. I really like the sort of like canoes that they've got.
Yeah.
And I like the sort of lily pad things that they have. Saltwater crocs, yeah. I like the you can put the gharials in there. It'd be nice. Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. Don't put that face. Don't put that face, Joel. Get rid of that face. Put a smiley face.
Oh, come on, Joel.
The water is too high for the terrain. I'm guessing you mean the previous blueprint. It's all good. You can check it out on the Steam Workshop. African Savannah Safari Habitat by Nicole Jackson 4481. Yeah. But yeah, so we're on to Amazon Riverboat Ride Station by Zoofluencer. Zoofluencer, an up-and-coming content creator. Zoofluencer's in the chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, Zoofluencer. We're just showing off one of your blueprints. We think it's cool. This station looks very good, says Alexis.
He still hasn't finished it yet.
Oh, a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
I don't know if this is like Zoofluencer. Which way should it be placed? Is this because it says coming soon? So is this the front or is this the back? Tell us. Tell us. Rachel says, "I wish I had this much talent." I think like creativity is oh my gosh, I can't even speak. I lost the word I was going to say. It's like it's difficult. It's not tangible creativity, but it's like once you get into the flow of it, it's very enjoyable just to build whatever you want and you feel is right. And then with stuff like Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster, because you could just go back and rebuild it again. Like you're like, yeah, I like this. I'm going to go back and change this element of it. It's nice. And I think zoos and your parks, you can spend years on them really, because you'll just keep learning and you'll keep improving.
Yeah, people tend to forget like creativity is just more a process of iteration.
Exactly, yeah.
So you just start with a cube, and then what do you add to the cube?
Yeah, exactly.
But people always see like, of course, like the beautiful end picture. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why things like watching YouTube videos and streams and whatnot, and seeing the way that some of the really creative content creators that were with us for Planet Coaster, so have had years of experience building in these games. They're really good at it, but they've had so long to practice now that it can be very easy to forget they've been doing it for quite a long time. So when you join and you just start playing Planet Zoo and you're like, I don't know how to do this, it really is a work in progress. Like, it took them a while to get to the point that they're at. So Poison Blaze says, creativity is a weird thing. Sometimes I can build for hours, other times I just stare at the screen for hours. It's tough. You need to get into the flow. It's like writer's block. You know, you're like, if you're writing and then you're like, I just can't even think of what I want to say anymore. It's pretty much the same with just building in these games. It's a good thing to look for inspiration, which is why we recommend looking at people like content creators, maybe going on Pinterest and things like that, looking at buildings that you find very, very nice to look at.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I did like that sign.
Which sign?
The one at the front. I did like the sign.
Coming soon.
Yeah, I did like it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Explore the Amazon.
Yeah. Now we just need to know what the rest of the picture will be.
Yeah, it's nice. Lily Dartan says, I have so many ideas, but then I just open a zoo and I just go blank. It's hard.
I think Rudy actually mentioned it in one of his streams as well once. Like, just put everything in a document, and when you want some ideas, just pull one out of that.
Pull one out, yeah. It's the same as like Elizabeth, one of our mods. When I first started, she was saying to me like, just go on Pinterest, just go on Pinterest. And I always recommend Pinterest, but I actually don't use Pinterest myself. I'm like, yeah, you go on that Pinterest, everybody. And then I've actually not logged into my Pinterest for a very long time. And I always regret saying this because I know Elizabeth is watching and she'll tell me off. Second says, oh, Pinterest is the best. I agree. Once you, like, if you have a certain aesthetic that you like, a certain type of architecture, it's really easy just to search that and get inspired. So you look at like the shape of buildings to start with, and then you can start looking at pillars and additional things that they put on the buildings, windows that they use and stuff like that, trims, and then it just flows. It's easy. No, Elizabeth, don't put that face. No. Oh, I always say this. Elizabeth, it was a really solid piece of advice because now I always pass it on to others. Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, quick note. People were asking if this was a real station. I think it is, because you can have an entrance here.
Yeah.
And the exit over here, and then you just connect them both.
Yeah.
Like that.
Please bear in mind that when we place these blueprints, we place them, we don't have a crazy amount of time to build in all the paths and stuff. So we show them, we hope you appreciate them, but with things like paths, it's not in there, so it can be a bit tough to get the impression of what they're meant to look like.
Yeah.
Rachel says, I've been getting better at building, kind of. Of course you have. That's the right mindset. Of course you've been getting better because you've been practicing. The hardest thing for me is that zoos start flat. I wish we could procedurally generate a varied landscape to build on. I love making the buildings and modifying terrain, but doing it from scratch from a flat terrain gets overwhelming. So I think with that, I think like a lot of the time it's really easy to get overwhelmed by the size of the map. Maybe just start in a small place to begin with and build from there. Because it's something that I've come across building myself. Like when you start and you're like, oh, this is quite a large space. Like here you can see it's a large expanse. Just start somewhere quite small. I feel is the best thing to do.
It would be cool if someone actually made like a terrain hill set.
People would do that.
Modular. No, I've seen people make the entire landscape in a different shape, but just like to have for. I saw someone making the all the Dutch traffic cones, but like just make it for like a small hill set.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be cool. There are some terraformed empty parks on Workshop. You can use those for when you start building this. But yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's have a look at the next one. This is the Safari Hotel by Mikkel. I really like Mikkel's blueprints. Mikkel knows exactly what they're doing. They're always like very final. Like, you don't need to add anything to them. They're perfect. Yes, I really like this one. I had to place a little water in the swimming pool. Look at that swimming pool.
Filtration system.
Hello, Ashley. I recently started using Pinterest. The upside, it has amazing new ideas waiting to be discovered. The downside, once I start looking at Pinterest, I find it hard to stop. See, Joel, this is why I don't look at Pinterest, because I do it at work and then I get very distracted.
Is there a restaurant in here or
It's a hotel.
hotel?
Yeah. Safari Hotel is really amazing. I agree. Isha says, hello, are those lion or bear ears? They go really nice with your hair. They are bear ears, thank you. These are like my ears. When I see other people wearing these ears, I'm like, take those off. They're my ears. They go so well with my hair, I feel. I've grown very attached to them since we went to Gamescom. I think this needs to be lowered. We can always lower it if you want.
I was actually more questioning because just like with the Amazon train station, everything is always on stilt in terms of water rising.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thing to pick up. I would not have picked that up.
Oh.
Building on stilts. Interesting.
But
Pancakes is hi from Indonesia. Hello. What were you going to say? Sorry.
But this is more African, so I think it's like clay based, so it should probably be.
Rachel says those bear ears look actually attached to you. We are one now. Every time I take them off, I feel like my hearing is reduced. These ears, I've picked up so much from them. Chanté secretly hasn't taken these ears off since Gamescom. What do you think about Johan's ears? Look at these. Look at these.
These are the ears.
These are the ears. Agent Day says, is Frontier only in the UK? Yes, we are based in Cambridge. I've just gotten very attached to them, you know. I've got very attached.
Do I wear them?
Harper says, hi, I've just joined pangolins or okapi. Oh! Harper, you're going to start a debate. I like the okapis ever since I saw them at San Diego Zoo. But I really didn't know what they were before that. So if you asked me this time last year, I probably would have said pangolins. But I think now I'd go for okapis. What about you? Any preference?
I don't know which animals those are.
The okapi is like that weird giraffe/zebra crossover.
Oh, is that the one with the big white smile?
It's like, yeah, and it looks kind of like velvety. So it looks like this, right? I'm not going to show you because I know a lot of the people in the chat will know exactly what we're talking about. But they're very like giraffe/zebra crossover. They're very strange. And the pangolins look like this. They're very scaled.
Yeah, definitely okapi.
I don't know. It is a giraffe, yeah.
Oh.
But I saw okapis at London Zoo. So cute. They are pangakapis. They're very strange. I'd never seen them before. When we went to San Diego Zoo, we were very shocked at how big they were. We thought they were quite small. Lily Dartan says, I love the pangolins. I agree. Zoofluencer says, this pool looks amazing. Mikkel builds a lot of blueprints that are extremely realistic. So if you want to check Mikkel's Steam page out to see some of the blueprints that they make, they are really, really cool. Baby okapis are gorgeous. Alexis says that pool is very realistic. I want to dive in it. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
Shall I go?
Yeah, you can move on. Yeah, let's go. This is quite a small blueprint. This is the Safari Information by Play Hardline. Thing is, like, I really like it. I really like the
Should probably change this.
the plant life at the top. I think it's really cool.
I kind of phantom the poor caretaker having to like go up with the ladder.
Yeah, the gardener being like, how am I going to get up there? But I really like this. I think this is something that I could draw a lot of inspiration from because I really, really love using the plant life in the Planet franchise. I think Planet Zoo has some beautiful plants, like the cherry blossoms are so lovely. But this I could definitely use as inspiration. I would never think to put stuff like that on the roof and then have some open space, then build on top of that. I think it's really cool.
Actually, London has a few of those buildings that actually had a half a garden on the side.
But the thing is, like, I wouldn't even think to do it. This is the thing. I don't think to do these things. And then someone does it, and I'm like, what a genius idea! That's so smart. Rachel says, love this. Harper says, I really like that. So creative. Alexis says, a little simple, but still nice. I think this, I mean, it's meant to be a small blueprint, as it's only the information desk. But for what it is, obviously it's quite a small size. It's only covering a small footprint on your zoo. I think it uses its space very well. Lord Puriel says, I like looking at stuff on the workshop, but I never use any of it because I feel like I'm cheating if I don't build everything myself. I think this is a good thing that we have these sort of streams because we try and pick a theme and then we want to inspire people to sort of build something a bit different. So
there's nothing wrong with stealing though. As long as you get away with it.
Elizabeth says, I love the small blueprints. It's not often they get showcased. We have some other small ones. We actually have some like murals that we'll be showing later on in the workshop Wonderland. So those are cool. Yeah, this one is quite small, so I feel like we've had a look at it now. We can move on. This is the Safari viewing platform by Pawsley, who many of you may know as a content creator. He's made a lot of videos and such. Pawsley.
I feel this is Jurassic World inspired already.
Yeah, I really like the roof that Pawsley has used.
Yeah,
very cool. Rachel says, I'll be taking that advice for my next writing assignment. Rachel, don't do it.
I'm giving the worst advice to people now.
Don't do it, Rachel. Yeah, I really like. I really like the roofing, and I like the what are they called? These things. I don't know what they're called.
Lamps.
No. Like I don't know. I can't point because the chat doesn't know what I'm talking about. They're like. I'll take this. These things. Do you know what they're called?
Beams.
Beams. I really like them, like the support beams. I think they're quite cool because you can see them. I imagine that doing a habitat here, you know, safari to me screams hot. Like safaris are hot. So a lot of these blueprints have a lot of airy space, which I really like.
Oh, you actually thought about like the multi-layer.
Yeah. Pawsley is a very creative and inventive content creator, but they really do appreciate the biome that they'll place these blueprints in. So they do a lot of research into it.
But did you hide like the mini Palsy?
No, I don't know where mini Pawsley is. I don't know if there is one.
Ah.
I don't know if there is one. Everything is so amazing, says Rachel.
I always like to check these things with every condition.
Yeah. It's cool to see them in, you know, because you'll get lighting and things like that.
Yeah, sadly the lights aren't really showing in the. Or
There might not. Yeah, there might just not be lights.
Oh, there's fake lights.
Yeah, some people don't use them.
They lied to me. Cool.
Very nice. Second says this looks very awesome and realistic. I would agree. I think the same. Viewpoint Alpha. Yeah. All right, should we move on to the next one? Yeah. The next one is the Vivarium and Shop Shell Safari by Nook. So there's not meant to be anything in here. Oh yeah, let me do that. Sorry. I just realised we forgot to turn on, let me turn them on. The lights. Is it in game? Is it here? No, I don't think so. Oh, economy. Is it here? Power everything. Oh no, that's not that. Power everything. Okay. Resume. Let's try it now. We might have it now.
But the lights shouldn't have power.
Yeah, some of the lights do. Lights probably don't work because they have no power. Sorry everyone, I always forget. It should be, hopefully it'll work now. Lorenzo says, if only I already had this game. I always get so much inspiration from what I see. You never know, you might win it in a competition. I really like the, they've used a lot of the sort of African set. So they've got elements of everything that the artists created. Like the, I really like the pillars that they've used. I like the sort of surfboard looking things. They got loads of fruit. Me and Bo were talking about fruit just before the stream started. I was saying I don't like kiwi.
Oh, small hammock.
I like this hammock as well. This is really nice.
And drinking on the job.
What do you think about this one? I think it's quite creative.
Yeah, it's quite cool. For some, I know this is a bit weird, but there wasn't Planet Coaster. There was this one person that made like all the African snack houses, including like the Snake Grill.
Mm. It might have been Paulsley.
Was it?
I think Paulsley's made a lot of brands, right? They've created a lot of brands. It might have been Paulsley.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
A lot of people got really creative with the adventure pack. So there was like this one snake cell, and it's like there's a terrarium here and food court opportunity here. I'm not suggesting, but
no. That's what it's meant to be: a vivarium and a shop shell. So you can just place the shop that you want in there, and
Cool.
just attract the guests.
well, you can these torches.
Mm-hmm.
Thing, you can put them as terrace heating.
Yeah.
So if people want to just make a plaza over here,
Yeah.
just put them down here for the heating during the nights.
Absolutely. Ferret Grandma says, are these available to download? These are all on the Steam Workshop. So a Workshop Wonderland means that we go on the Steam Workshop, we think of like a theme that we want to do, we find blueprints that fit the theme, and then we showcase them. So these are all available on Steam. Zoofluencer says, yeah, Paul made this McDonald's and Greg's logos, etc. Yeah, Paulsley did do a lot of in real life branding, which is quite cool series. Did like Pizza Hut, loads of different things. I'm trying to think of food off the top of my head, and I can only think of Pizza Hut. I don't even like Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fun.
cool.
I really love the patterns that I used in this set, in this theme. I think that's so cool. All right, let's go on to the next one. The next one is the Safari Tour by Essener88. Oh, we are going very slow today. We need to pick up the pace if we're going to show that zoo at the end. We've got so many more to show. No. This one's fine. I really like the queue. We love a queue. We love when people think of weird, realistic things that you don't really need to think of, like a queue. And it's like when people build whole car parks. People are crazy, spending all that time making a car park. But then you see it and you're like, yeah, that looks exactly like how I would imagine a zoo to look.
Yeah.
Because they do all the extra things that you just don't really think of.
I think the Sedan Wolf, he's very much into it.
Oh yeah, Stan Wolf, yeah. Loves building, doing the really long, slow process of building everything as realistic as possible, and then just goes crazy once they're in the zoo or the theme park. As Stan Wolf is obviously a content creator from Planet Coaster as well.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he built it, and then next time he comes around, it's like, yeah, we had the discussion of like, this is not how traffic should go, so I made these changes, and it's like, they have the entire conversation just how static traffic goes, and I think that's really cool for people just actually having those conversations and doing something with it.
Yeah, it's like Silver Rat always looks at actual like architecture, and then he uses that to inspire his blueprints. So he'll do a lot of research into like roofing techniques in a certain century in a certain location, and then we'll use that to build a really good, realistic looking roof, and then he'll explain how he's done it, and you're like, I would never have thought to do that. Wikipedia is very useful, it turns out. But Grandmaster's very new to the game here. Welcome! How are you finding it? I hope you're enjoying it. It's very nice to welcome new people. Welcome to the Planzo fan. Planzo fam. I don't know if we should do Planzo. We had this discussion. I know we've got Planco for Planet Coaster, but is Planzo really the way? Bo does not like Planzo.
It doesn't roll that easy.
You know, Planco is perfect, but then Planco is also the language, so it's very easy.
Zuvians?
What?
Zuvians?
Oh, that works. That works. Yeah.
I mean, it's too much Wuvian, but...
Elizabeth says zoo. I know. It's tough. It's tough to think of what we want to do. Zoo or Zoe. But we did polls and people voted Zoe for some reason. Poison Blaze has never been one for realism. I'm just going to continue building a floating zoo. But Poison Blaze, you did that amazing Greek series. Are you still working on that, by the way? I'd love to know. I don't feel like I've seen your screenshots on Reddit or anything for a while, so I'm not sure if you're still working on it. Ferret Grandma says, yes, very much. Welcome. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it.
Shall I do the next one?
Yeah, we can do the next one. The next one is the Starter Safari Info Stall by Kim Attacks. Also quite a small blueprint, but I really like the flowers. I'm a big fan of flowers. Yeah, I think this is like a very small, quick blueprint that you can place, and it just works the way it's meant to. It's very efficient.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it just fits the theme that we're going for with the safari. So yeah, I think it's perfect.
You can also fit it. It doesn't have to be Safari directly. You can incorporate it everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would fit a lot of styles if you just mixed up certain elements of it. Like this could easily be changed into a sort of like Bavarian sort of blueprint.
Yeah.
Just switch out a couple of elements of it. Poison Blade says, sadly that series has stopped after Planet Zoo came out. No, Poison Blade, we loved your Grecian series. Go back to it.
Oh, stay with Planet Zoo.
Yeah, or you could stay at Planet Zoo. I, for some reason, couldn't go back to Planko after Planet Zoo. I think it's just, you just get inspired in a different way. It's just after playing Planet Coaster for a while and having a lot of fun with it, but then you see something with a new set of themes and whatnot, you just get inspired again. You might go back to it soon. You never know.
Cool.
Let's move on. The next one is the Safari Information Center by Party Starter. Party Starter. I really like the elephant on the top and the scenery elements. I think it's cute. I really like this thing in the middle as well with the tent.
Yeah. Now I was looking at this. It almost feels like if you raise. They won't see that, but. So if you raise the top part a bit, because I see a lot of people already like experimenting with these animals walkway overview thing.
Yeah.
But just raise the bar a little bit and you can connect two habitats on the side.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. That's interesting. I think a lot of people are interested in animal walkways. We've had a lot of people build them just so they can connect two parts of a habitat and they build a walkway in between. So that's what Johan's pointing out. If you change the top here, you can make that into a walkway, and then on either side of this blueprint you could have the habitats, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Harper says, I'm currently homesick from school. Get well soon, Harper. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Second says, my style is semi-realism. I like adding important details, but I won't dive too deep. It's like when it's taking the what was I going to say? The car parks, for example. It's like something that you think like, yeah, I can do that, and then you'll spend like 8 hours making it. I know that when we were doing a creator showcase for Planet Coaster, I think around this time last year, I think it was Beyond Drew TV that I had on, and he was saying to me like, oh yeah, we spent ages building this. We spent ages building this car park. Rachel says, I'm starting a new zoo and totally not stealing these ideas. Hee hee. Just go on the Steam Workshop and download them yourself and get inspired, because then you'll be able to take them apart. I know a lot of people say that it's really useful to be able to take apart the blueprints and see how they're made. Lorenzo says, however, I cannot deny that these are just beautiful buildings. I agree. Alexa says, we have now had a small info point and a big one, but they're both really nice. I know, yeah. I don't think we have any more information centres, so we can move on. Yeah. The next one is the Safari Station by Octora. I think this one is quite quaint, but I like the feel of it.
It has like a Conan feel for some reason.
It's very kind of Viking-esque. I'm getting like a Viking/African sort of vibe.
yeah, like the Conan Barbarian.
Yeah, it's nice.
Small mark.
I like they've used
And lamp oil.
The structure that they've used with the buildings and everything is very symmetrical, and I like that. I'm a big fan of symmetry, but I can never implement it into the game myself.
How would you make? Well, I guess the queue would just zigzag. Or
The
just
queue
straight
can
up.
go wherever, I guess. Here, finally, a safari vehicle, says Lorenzo. Yes, here we have a safari vehicle.
Is there anything in these huts?
Oh, have a look. I love looking at this stuff. You're gonna have to go out.
Oh, I don't have my secret camera.
Yeah, there we go. And now you can charge in. Oh. Well, you could always make them into something if you were to download this blueprint.
Yeah, what's the thing? It's like if this was your exit, then you can just have a small food court going on.
That'd be nice, yeah. That's an interesting idea. It would be cool to use this as like a plaza and make these blueprints into shops or whatever you'd like.
Yeah. Just get rid of the ride and you have a food court.
Just
no,
delete the main part of the blueprint and do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean that's the freedom of the Steam Workshop. You can download blueprints and then use elements of them that you really like and change some parts of it and make it into what you'd like. But I think that's a good idea. If you were to delete the ride, you could use this as like a food court plaza. That would be good. All right, should we move on to the next one? The next one is the Safari/African themed staff room by Hugo. I know this is quite a small blueprint, but I really love the sort of floral slash what's the word? It's like, considering the biome that we're in, and considering that this was like an African sort of themed blueprint, it's very lush. And I know that there are some parts of Africa that are just extremely rife with like plant life. It's very green. And I just really liked that element of it.
Feels like someone pulled a joke. You know when you parked your car wrong and people are like, nope.
I mean, this does stand out against the backdrop. It's very lush at the front. Yeah, it's nice.
Little window.
Why did Chanté have to mention food now on food? What did I say? I don't remember mentioning food. Food courts. Yeah. I was doing so well. I'm trying not to mention food because it makes everyone hungry. Heather the G says, I love small blueprints. They're definitely needed / great staff room. Yep.
Cool.
That's very nice. All right, let's move on. The next one is the Safari Viewpoint by, it's like, I think it's Amia, like full stop, Amik.
Which?
This one. Maybe Amaya, full stop, Amik. So this is just a viewpoint.
Is the viewpoint or a bedding area at the same time?
Oh yeah, it could be either. You could use it as a shelter if you'd like. Just switch some things out and then use it as an animal shelter. It'd work great for giraffes and elephants.
Yeah, exactly. And then have to get... I find the up button. And have the people stand up here.
Yeah, it would be nice. That's a good idea. Johan, you're full of great ideas. You're pulling sort of all versatile blueprints out of the bag. Megan Eco has to go. Bye, Megan Eco. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. I'd like to see you again soon. Oh, yeah. It definitely would work as an animal shelter as well. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Even semi-train station.
Yeah. It's a very versatile blueprint because there's lots of open space.
I like that. It's like, here, have an idea and then enjoy.
Yeah, just do what we want with it when you've got an idea. It's nice. Safari Viewpoint. I mean, you'd have to change that if we were to switch it up.
I'll just put a tree in front of it.
You're going to move the blueprint. All right, should we move on to the next one? The next one is Africa Food and Drinks by Just In Case.
I know that this was a character. Was it from Final Fantasy?
Oh, you're thinking of that person with the hat.
Yeah.
It does.
I mean, I can't be the only one that sees like a character in this bit.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know where it's from. I can see it in my mind as well. It's got like yellow eyes and it's wearing a hat and it's like you can't see their face. Yeah, I don't know what it's from. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome. She said food again. I'm sorry. OMG, stop. I'm sorry. Harper says, this looks cool. I really like this one. This one's my fave.
It's very cool. But how did the guest walk? Have to like squeeze in for the car to get to the food.
Final Fantasy, we're getting Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 10, the Black Mage. Should we have a look? Let's have a look. Otherwise it's going to bother us.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on.
That's not Final Fantasy.
This thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks everyone.
Mystery solved.
We appreciate you. You helped us out. Yeah, I like this one. It's very, like you could build a whole plaza out here. You've got so much room. All you've got to do is place that down, build a plaza around it. There's lots of space to just do what you want. You could build a habitat right next door.
Feels to me also more like cityscape. So like a full city, a food court with a kind of almost I know it's the wrong team, but it's like with Rome, like you have a big plaza with a few of these on the sides, like a big square. Yeah.
It's very I see what you mean about the cityscape, but I think it's just because it looks like a very structured building. Yeah. Like it's very square. With a nice awning out the front. But it really works. It's nice. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the next one. This is the Africa Gate by Bernie Moon. I really like this. I like how they use these faces. I think it's great.
This is really great.
I think it's so sweet. But then your guests can just charge on through, have a good time looking around this area. I think Harper says, I've got to go. I've really enjoyed this. Thank you for these ideas. Bye. Bye, Harper. Hope you feel well soon. Rebecca says, how did the charity stream go? It was quite tiring, Rebecca, but we raised over 26,000 thanks to our lovely community. And that's all going to special effect. So thank you so much for your support, everyone. Dino Games says, the heads are so funny. I really like this one. I was scrolling through the Steam Workshop and I did like a double take on this one. Because I was like, what are those faces? So yeah, I really enjoyed it. These are so cool. Bo says, Rebecca, we're still sleepy. All right, I think we're on to the last one. So we should have time to show off that zoo as well. This is the Walks of Africa mural by, it's like MCFC fan. So I reckon that's some sort of football thing. But I really like, this would look so good on a wall. Or just to like use as a guide on the side of a pathway. Like to guide your guests into a new area. I think this would really work. But yeah, I love it. I love it.
Just on its own playing in the bushes.
Yeah.
You see that often, really, yeah.
I think it's quite unique. I wouldn't think to build something like this. It works so well as like a scenery item. So Dave Jones says, loved the 24-hour stream. You guys rocked. Thank you very much. Very sweet. Bo says, this has been so inspiring. I really want to make a sandbox park now. But you can always do it on stream after your career mode Let's Play. Ideas. We can always do it. Elizabeth says, lovely, simple, but lovely. I agree. I think the same. All right, should we head on to the... I'm going to come back to here. So you can look at our faces while we change onto the park. The zoo that has been on the Steam Workshop. The zebra and lion are a little bit off scale, but it still works. You know exactly what they've built. But if you wanted, you could just download it and change it if you like. That's the great part about Steam Workshop. So the zoo is loading. It's a full zoo, so we're gonna have to pause it to have a look around. But it's very nice. It's going to take me months to finish career, says Bo. How much have you got left? What's the word? Which scenario are you on? You did 7, right? No, you haven't done 7, but you're on part 7 now. But I don't know what scenario you're on. Rebecca says, I have been missing most of the streams. I miss you guys. After my daughter's wedding on the 21st of March, I will be able to relax. I'm sorry about you being tired, but it was for a great cause. Rebecca, we miss you too. I hope your daughter's wedding is exactly what you've dreamed. 21st of March, a nice spring wedding. Hopefully it won't be still terrible weather then. Nice and warm. Bo says, we just finished scenario 5 and there's 12 plus 2 Arctic. Good luck, Bo. What were you going to say, sorry? Say anything?
No, sorry. It's already gone with the wind. Like the weather.
We haven't had any snow though, which is good. No snow.
I love snow.
No, snow's the worst. It just goes everywhere. It's the worst. All right, here we go.
Then I'll grab my own snow.
All right, look at this. Check this out, everyone. This is wild. This is the complete starter zoo dash palace zoo by, I think it's pronounced Cyril. It's Syrrael. So we have showcased these on the social. This is currently on the favorite, the homepage of the Planet Zoo Workshop. With good reason, because it is insane. Rachel says, whoa, I know. But Cyril has been making some crazy blueprints. They're very fast at building. It's wild. Bo says, wow. It's a lot to take in, but it's really beautiful. If we pause it, there we go. Yep. Then we'll be able to, the frame rate will very much pick up because this is quite a heavy zoo. Zufluence says, wow, this is amazing. Poison Blaze says, funnily, I had snow this morning. We've not had snow.
I'm so jealous.
It's so good. It's such a good zoo.
Yeah. Is this the same person that made like is it Versailles?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah. Dino Game says, Chanté, you said there was no snow and it's snowing. I didn't put the snow on there. That wasn't me. Sakin says, yeah, it's awesome. Alexa says, I also downloaded that zoo a few weeks ago and it's amazing. It's a whole zoo, so really if you wanted to, you can add to it. But this is also a zoo that you can just play in and enjoy, maybe learn from if you want to get some inspiration, see how it's been built. It's very structured. There's a different sort of viewing platform at the back, so it goes up to stairs and you can see over 2 habitats, which I thought was really cool. And I think there's 10 habitats in this, so there's a lot to work with. And every time you go out here, there's like a maze. It was pretty cool.
The hedge maze.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's really nice. Such a creation is just to be appreciated, says Lorenzo. No, I agree. Rebecca says, beautiful. I think it's very nice. Yes, Ferret Grandma says, very nice. But yeah, like we can go around the side and then we can look in some of the habitats as well. When I was going through this earlier, because it's so busy, this zoo, I was clicking on all the guests, trying to see if I recognised any names. Dave Jones says, oh wow, this is stunning. I agree. Lord Puro says, yep, very much. I got Coaster, and now I want this one too.
Is he in his tent? Where's the animal?
I think there might be, yeah, on that side of the blueprint. I think this might be the pangolins. No, the aardvarks might be in this one. If you keep going over to the, yeah, if you keep going over here, there they are, here. This is true.
Oh, they're hiding.
A little aardvark. Rico K says, OMG! OMG! Okay, let's look at the expanse of this zoo, because it's very large. Okay, it's very large. This is the whole zoo, but it's a complete starter zoo. So even if you want to, you can use this as a starting point and expand outwards as well. So you have a lot to work with.
And you can just copy this whole wing and just...
Yeah, just rotate it and place it again.
Yeah.
But the habitats are all designed for the animals that are in them, which is really cool as well. What do we have here?
It's a mixture.
Warthogs. Yeah, so then some of them are mixed habitats. So we've got, it's really cool. Rachel says, oh my god. Lorenzo said, yes, a zoo inside a royal palace, something like that.
There we go.
That is good. That is good stuff. Poison Place says, ooh, a hedge maze. Yeah. Ferret says, man, I'm still learning how to use the controls. This is my eventual goal, to build like this. It's a good start to use the tutorial, like the career mode. It teaches you all the controls that you need. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube and such where people have taught each other how to, I don't know, make domes and things like that. So it is cool. It is interesting being able to build the most insane things, but it is a slow process. It is a work in progress.
I really love this.
Oh, no, it's so cool.
It's a bit off at the same time, but it's really cool.
It's so cool. Bo says, I'm off the training now. Have fun, Johan and Chanté, and thanks everyone for watching. See you next week. Yes, Bo will be back next week with the next career mode Let's Play. I think she's joined by Head of Animation Nick Rogers.
Oh.
We'll be posting the streaming schedule very soon. Bye, Bo. Have fun. Dave Jones says, look at that waterfall. I know. Look at these giraffes.
They have no food.
They have no food.
Oh, the keepers are on their way.
The keepers. Oh, Transfixer, hello. Welcome. It's lovely to see ya. Okay, all right. What are our thoughts on this zoo? I want to hear praise only because I think that's what it deserves. I think it's incredible. Considering how long the game has been out, so we're talking only a couple of months now, a few months. This is a lot of work, but there's also a lot of symmetry. Like you can highlight an area and see that they've built something very similar, but symmetrical on the other side. Like this is a very symmetrical looking zoo. But I think it's great. I thought it was really important to highlight. I know it doesn't fit the theme of the safari theme that we've been doing for this workshop Wonderland, but I saw it and I was like, we have to show this. It's so good.
Well, it could work.
Yeah.
That's like a colonial palace kind of situation.
I like the buildings as well. Very
Yeah.
high, but very like palace. Very palace-esque. I wish I would work on a zoo this long, but I don't have the patience, says Rachel. Rachel, of course you do. You can do what you want. Whatever you dream, you can achieve. Don't pull that face, Rachel. I want to see smiles only in the chat. I want to see good vibes only. Ferret Grandma says, absolutely beautiful. Snathia says, I love the subtle changes in focus when the camera stops and you can see the individual snowflakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
And if I move, it looks like I'm still snowing.
Yeah, it is good. The snow is cool. It's worse when it gets really snowy and then you can't see anything. Even when you pause, you're like, I can't see. Transfix the smiley faces, that's all I want to see.
It's also with like the rain and the snow. The very first time we saw it in development, it was just so amazing.
Yeah.
Because people can make everything.
Yeah. It's like when you go in under a shelter and there's no more snow or rain underneath. All great stuff. When we saw that, it was like, yeah, what an achievement. We love that stuff. We love realism. Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool.
Oh, we have a death match for the benches going. Oh, there are some on the side.
Oh, we're pretty much at the end of the stream, but I did want to reiterate, I forgot to mention at the start, Bo's going to tell me now she's left, that I forgot to mention this. So just let her know that I did let you know. We did release update 1.1.6 today, which is a minor update, focuses on guests and the staff. You can check out the update notes on our forums or on our website. We posted the update only earlier today, so you won't have if you haven't loaded the game yet, it's fine, you still got, you know, it's only just come out. But we hope it improves some of the issues that you've been having, makes things run the way they should. Please continue to file issue tracker reports. All of the things that we changed in today's update were based off the issue tracker. We tell you if we've done issue tracker, like if they've come from the issue tracker, it will say issue tracker, and then it will tell you what it is. Joel, thank you so much. Joel's posted the forum thread on it, so definitely do download it. Let us know if you're still having issues with these bugs that we've tried to remedy at least. And if you are, send us your save file so we can look into it. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty much at the end of the stream. Ferret Grandma says, thank you for sharing everything with us today. I look forward to learning the game. I mean, I hope you continue to join our streams and we can see all your, you can update us on what you're working on. I'd like that. I'd like to see what you're doing. We are posting the streaming schedule at the start of next week, I believe. And it will be an overall Frontier streaming schedule now. That's the idea. So it won't be individual on each sub forum. So it won't be like, there won't be a Planet Zoo one, a Planet Coaster one, a Jurassic one. It'll be an overall one. And we are looking forward to changing the structure of the Tuesday streams. So on one Tuesday next month, we will be doing a Planet Zoo stream where we'll be looking at a lot of like community creations, such as screenshots, stuff like that, and then we'll just be having fun in game. I see Rebecca say, how do you send a save file? Do you mean where do you find it, or how do you send it to us? Like via email?
I think you can just attach it to the issue tracker, right?
You can also, we do ask some people to send them directly to us if we've thought that we fixed an issue and it turns out that some people may be still experiencing it. We ask you to send us your save file directly. If that's the case, it's to community@frontier.co.uk. Second says, well, great stream, guys. Thank you. Lorenzo says, good live this evening. Ferret Grandma says, I will. Thank you. I'd love to see your updates. We are doing a competition soon as well. If you are feeling extra creative, we're doing a very fun competition, which isn't building. It's a bit different, this one. And we really want to see some cool stuff. It is a good prize. We do have a goodie bag that we think you will enjoy if you win. It will include a puzzle, a lunchbox, all sorts, and a t-shirt, which we haven't included in them before. Joel has posted on Twitch, here's a guide on how to locate your Planet Zoo save games. Oh, and on YouTube. So Rebecca, if you just look at the comment under yours on YouTube, Joel has just posted how to do it. But yeah, we're pretty much done for today's stream. How did you find it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that's really good.
It's a bit different, Workshop Wonderlands, because you're really just looking at community creations, and the hour does fly by. Considering in the first half hour we looked at 4 blueprints.
Yeah, I almost felt ashamed that we kind of had.
It's fine, because we tell people the name of them, who's created them, so they can go download themselves and then check it out. Plus, you can always pause the stream and have a look.
It's just a good tease, so now everybody is going to watch those more.
Yes, it's a good tease. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Alexis says that was a very good stream. Bye, everyone. Rachel says bye, guys. Frederick Grandma says bye, everyone. See you next week. Yes, same time, same place. It will be with Bo and I think head of animation Nick Rogers, and they will be continuing the career mode Let's Play. Rachel says enjoy the rest of y'all's week. Yes, I agree. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good evening, day. I don't know where you are in the world. Just enjoy yourselves. And see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.